Do you know how fast fiber optics can travel? Well, it's almost the same speed as light, 300,000 kilometers per second, while the circumference of the Earth is about 40,000 kilometers. In other words, light travels around the Earth 7.5 times a second. The same is true of optical fiber. So how does it do it? According to understanding, in fact, it mainly utilizes a physical phenomenon called total internal reflection. We will be a laser pointer pointed at a small hole irradiation. At this time, you can see that the light does not spread out along the straight line. But with the water flow down, after amplification, you can clearly see the path of light propagation, which is typical of the total reflection phenomenon. Our fiber patch cable are equipped with superior ultra-physical contact uptactic connector technology, which ensures minimal insertion loss and optimal signal transmission performance, providing a stable and reliable connection and reducing the risk of interference and data loss. The famous Chinese scientist Charles Kaio, based on this principle, invented optical fiber and successfully got the Nobel Prize in Physics. Of course, to know the reason why fiber optics can really transmit super fast, we also need to understand the internal structure of optical fiber. It consists of a core of glass or plastic and an outer layer called the cladding. The cladding is doped with chemicals in order to reduce the refractive index, so that when light enters, it is reflected and re-reflected at exactly the same angle, remaining inside the fiber. It's worth noting, though, that with any high-end optical fiber, there are certain defects present that are so small that they can only be observed at the molecular level. But even so, it still affects the propagation of light. So in order to ensure that the fiber optic transmission over long distances, we also need to install repeaters or amplifiers. They will be placed in the fiber optic signal is weaker, where the signal is re-strengthened to continue to let the light along the route of the propagation of the optical fiber, so that the optical fiber can also be a real 1 second 7.5 laps around the Earth. Van D. Sale, let technology accelerate the world.